I don't know if you have heard of Date Everything, but it released last week and the premise is quite simple. You must get to know inanimate objects around your house and, well, date them. Yes, this includes objects like your coffee maker, your toilet, your safe, or even the game itself. The game was made by Sassy Chap Games and published by Team 17, who you may know for games such as Overcooked and the Worms series. But of course, back to talking about the game. The premise is a little strange, but to quickly go over the plot while trying to avoid any major spoilers, you start off working for a giant tech company and basically answering a couple of messages while meeting the cast of characters outside of your home. You learn that AI is essentially taking over your job, but they can't quite fire you without a good reason, so you're just kinda left in a limbo without much to do. Some people may take this as a blessing, but you are quickly contacted by a strange person online called Tinfoil Hat. Tinfoil Hat tells you that they are sending you a package basically because you are the lowest employee on the totem pole, and nobody really thinks about you. A little depressing if not accurate, but of course the package arrives and inside are a pair of glasses called Dateviators. The Dateviators allow you to bring objects around your house to life, and as you get to know the characters you can end up growing closer and either dating them, being friends with them, or causing them to hate you. There are over 100 characters in the game if you have the lavish DLC, and that leads me to the problem. I'm addicted to this game. I can't put it down. I finish up what I have to do in the day and I could play the new Mario Kart, but I could also get to know my fireplace a little bit more. Friends will ask me to hop on some multiplayer title we can play together, and every time I open up Steam, I see Date Everything sitting there calling to me, kinda like the Green Goblin mask. I could play Dead by Daylight or Marvel Rivals or anything else, but maybe I want to spend time getting to know Betty the Bed or Eddie and Volt, who are the fuse box and electricity. The game is filled with such a diverse cast of characters and I still have more to meet, but also just want to get to know the ones I have met on a deeper level. It really feels like every character is unique and has a different personality, and anyone picking up the game will find at least one character that they really enjoy talking to or getting to know more. There's just so many layers to the game, and honestly seeing characters talk about or interact with each other also adds even more as you get to know how they view each other. Please tell me more about Washford and Drysdale and their past together, or Eddie and Volt's club called the Breaker Box. I've played a couple visual novels or dating simulators or whatever you want to call them over the years, such as Monster Prom or Doki Doki Literature Club, and while this one feels pretty different and breaks the mold a little bit, I think anyone that is a fan of those types of games will find a lot to enjoy with this one. Of course I tiptoed into the game not really knowing what to expect, and minor spoilers, but you end up finding out that the goal of the game is to realize the items, or basically find ways to bring them to actual life. You want to do this to bring the Dateviators or Skylar to life. I never in my life thought I'd want to learn more about a vacuum cleaner or a coffee maker, and even end up trying to talk to friends about what is going on in the game. It seems absolutely absurd and like one of those joke games you may buy someone and they mess around with for a little bit because it's funny, but then you notice 4 hours have passed and you're starting to feel like you are actually close with a dust bunny, or another character you can find in your bedroom drawer that, yeah, you know what they are. I don't know who came up with the idea for the game, but it is so refreshing and honestly pretty genius of an idea. Again, if you are a fan of games such as Monster Prom or Boyfriend Dungeon, I would suggest checking this out as soon as you can. Date Everything feels completely refreshing for a game. I can already see myself playing through it multiple times for the various story paths or dialogue options and trying to get every character to fall in love with me, to just be friends with me, and another playthrough to see what happens if they all end up hating me. There is plenty to do in the game, and while it is very dialogue driven for a game, I found myself not realizing how many hours had passed, and when I decided to take a break, just feeling that urge to get back to it as soon as possible. Have you played Date Everything yet? Do you enjoy it? Who are your favorite characters in the game so far? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.